Everyone, my name's Joanna, and I've just made this YouTube channel to start sharing my experiences and my learnings from studying A Course in Miracles and applying forgiveness practices, and also consistently applying giving any unloving thoughts over to the Holy Spirit. And I've seen some really amazing changes, both in my mental state, in the way I feel, and also in my life. And so when I started seeing these changes, started learning about A Course in Miracles, but at a deeper level, and it all started finally making sense to me. And I finally got my head around really everything, and well, what I think is everything from the book. You know, it's a very long book. And I really felt compelled to share it and to teach and to just share the joy that I'm feeling, and share the good experiences I'm having, in the hopes of helping others experience the same thing. What I really am feeling compelled to do is to share my experience with you and help you learn to easily use the teachings of A Course in Miracles and in your own life, in your own mind, and thus get closer and closer to the happy dream or happier life. And yeah, well, I won't go into everything yet. There's a lot of theory to get through, and I don't want to turn off anyone that hasn't read A Course in Miracles. That is not necessary. The way I want to teach is for everyone. Whether or not you've read A Course in Miracles, you don't have to have read it. If you have, then you'll probably be a bit more familiar with what I'm going to say and the teachings, but hopefully what I hope is that I'm going to use my teaching background and explain it in hopefully an easy to understand way. So that's my goal with my YouTube channel, and also with the book. I have just finished my first draft, and it's called Faith in Love, which is why that's there. And it's called Faith in Love because that's what I've found. I've actually found faith for the first time in my life. And it's in love. It's in my loving thoughts. It's in continuously bringing my thoughts back to love and using forgiveness to do that. We all have negative thoughts sometimes. We can all be judgmental sometimes, and that's okay. But we just need to use their techniques taught in the book, but also I'm going to teach you in my way as well, which hopefully will be helpful as well. And if we do this consistently, which I've been doing for months now, but it's really ramped up just recently. And that's when my understanding just grew so much, and I've been inspired to finally teach. And now that I'm doing all that, the joy that I now feel pretty much all the time is amazing. And it's particularly amazing because pretty much all my life I've suffered from anxiety, and I've had bouts of depression as well. And so to be able to say that I am joyful pretty much all the time, I mean, that's crazy. That's not me. That's not the person I've been, but it is me now. And I want that for you as well. So I thought I'd share a bit of background about my life to get to know me and be a bit vulnerable, so you can kind of trust where I'm coming from. So I grew up. I was born premature, about 10 weeks premature. So it was kind of a difficult start to life straight away, and I think that might be where a lot of my anxiety comes from. And I grew up a very anxious and scared child. And, school was a struggle. It was extremely stressful. Homework would stress me out to no end. I'd be in tears, crying to my mom about the week ahead, even as a small child. Yeah, school was hard. Childhood was hard for me. I wasn't the happiest kid. And I had happy moments and I got a bit better, but high school was also very stressful. And that carried on to uni and assessments, and, you know, I would be in tears and just so stressed, and it would be quite debilitating. But it was during uni when I started getting into spirituality and reading books, some amazing books that I've read that have really helped me. Are the Conversations with God series by Neil Donald Walsh, The Power of Now, by Eckhart Tolle, The Radical Forgiveness by Colin Tipping. That's amazing, and if you read it, if you've also read A Course in Miracles, you know there's a lot of similarity there because both are really founded on forgiveness. And yeah, a lot of other books, and I did a lot of other courses, and but even though I learned a lot, and it did change my perspective on life, and it gave me a lot of answers I was looking for, I still wasn't applying it to my day-to-day life, and I still hadn't found a sense of faith in anything. I was really envious in people that prayed to anything, that really had that sense of faith. Whatever you have faith in, that's wonderful, as long as it inspires love and forgiveness. I mean, it's a wonderful thing. And I want to be clear that my teachings that do not mean you have to stop believing in what you believe or change your religion or anything like that. It's it's inclusive, and you can adjust the things, the quotes or meditations that I use to be more to incorporate your beliefs, and that's absolutely fine. So I started studying spirituality, but for years it didn't give me the sense of faith that I was looking for. And then finally I read A Course in Miracles. It took a while to get through the book and the lessons and the rest. About a year and a half, I finished the whole thing. And I felt like this was it. This was what I was looking for. This was the answers. I knew it was practical. I just I wasn't quite applying it all the time yet. I needed to kind of deep dive. I used actually AI to help me really, if I was going through something, I'd ask it, what does A Course in Miracles say about this? What does A Course in Miracles say I should do? Why should I forgive myself? Do all people make mistakes? Why do we make mistakes? Why should I forgive myself for repeatedly making this mistake? And the act of doing that and repeatedly asking questions and getting these answers from AI analyzing A Course in Miracles, it's a lot easier than sifting through all the pages. And at that point, I don't feel like I had built the relationship with, higher self, Holy Spirit, whatever you call it, to get that kind of advice yet. I'm building on it. I'm getting more and more. And I'm following my inspiration a lot more. But at the time, I needed that extra help. And then it clicked. And I saw the whole picture. I saw what it was saying. I saw how I could apply it every day to every thought. And it all just clicked for me. And I wrote a book. And now I'm ready to start teaching. So I'm going to start making the videos of actually teaching very shortly. And I hope you join me on this journey. And I hope my teachings help you feel the same way I do and find the faith that I've finally found. And you may understand it a little differently. You may use the practices that I'm going to teach, but use a little differently. Change the wording. Use terms that you are more comfortable with using with your beliefs and your religion, and that's absolutely fine. Tailor it to suit you, to make it resonate with you, because that's the most important thing. When listening to any teacher, any spiritual teacher, even if, they claim to channel, it doesn't matter who the teacher is. Take what resonates with you and just leave the rest. Put it on a shelf. Maybe one day it'll resonate, maybe not, and it's okay. Wherever you're at is just fine. So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you'll stick around and watch my future videos, and I hope they're beneficial for you. Take care. I love you. Thank you for watching. See you soon.